and how to get out of this dome that is encasing the entire city of Battleborn. You learned that this rebellion had, for the past year, mostly, past 4 years, things have been edgy, but for the past year, there has been active resistance and active oppression. And through those skirmishes, they have been beaten down again and again and again through what seems like endless waves of undead. A plan was hatched almost between Tux, the leader of this, the previous captain of Battleborn and the Open Palm here, and your ally, Victor Bean, where there was a diversion to be set at the ideas of ex Nobis, and it seems like there may be something else afoot. But through a diversion, you guys made your way up a secret tunnel, and Victor Bean was able to use some of his magical capabilities to move the earth at an extended rate to be able to get up underneath the Battleborn Castle on the 5th tier at the top of the mountains. You guys make your way in, and you could hear what sounded like a blacksmith. You went to investigate, fought some resistance, and made contact with Master Smith Altira Hammerthorn, one and the same family from the Hammerthorn clan here in Battleborn. You're familiar with Ariana Hammerthorn, captain of the guard in Wizardton. Altira, young human female, achieved Master Smith rank quickly. She seems to be pretty fiery. You freed her, and she is with the party now. And you guys are in the dungeon area of this keep. What would you like to do?
Forgive me, I don't remember how much of a conversation we'd had with her after we...
No.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Well, she grabbed. Now, Barrow had a vision that I don't know if you guys are aware of. Your characters, anyway. But Barrow had a vision of her holding a enchanted sword of some kind, and she retrieved that from a false stone in the wall of her pseudo forge here, and she is now wielding that with nothing but like a leather tabard and some slacks.
She got some slacks.
She has slacks and a what looks to be a heavily enchanted sword.
Lit. How long you been cooped up here?
Months, at least. I don't know, quite honestly.
Well, first, let me introduce myself. I'm Hadvar DuPont of Ex Nobis.
Okay.
It's what we call ourselves.
Thank you. I appreciate this. I don't know what the king has been up to, but for a long time, things have been tits up in this city. I'd like to have a conversation with him. Maybe more.
Yeah. We mean to have a conversation as well.
I don't know what's gotten into him, and the queen has been... You see her just kind of recuse herself for a second and just kind of have a moment. She closes her eyes. He has a lot of questions to answer.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Have you heard anything from him or about him since being here?
He's been locked in his throne room for the past year at least, ever since this whole city went sideways. Hard to say what he's doing. I don't even know if he's alive, to be honest.
And none of these creatures have talked about him, or you haven't heard anything down the pipeline?
They don't talk too much. The ones that do just give orders. They bark more than they do talk, and they put me to work. However, they were dealing with a master smith, so I had a few tricks up my sleeve. She kind of flashes the sword. And their equipment isn't all that they think it is.
Did you... Ooh, I like the way that sounds. Did you... You put a flaw in it?
Yeah, every piece of armor and sword that I could, every axe, every spear.
What's
They'll
the
fall
flaw?
apart at the first strike.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. I like it.
Now, I've only been doing this for the past few weeks, so most of their armor is okay, but the last few batches that went out,
Are
trying to
there
get back
any
at them a little bit.
Are there any identifying factors that we could probably be able to see?
Nay, I couldn't give myself away like that.
What?
We didn't hear, or
Yeah. Sorry. What did you say? What did she say?
No.
Into the armor.
Oh, she sabotaged it. It's gonna crack at the first hit.
that. Okay,
Gotcha.
all I heard was first strike.
So
Yeah,
Barrow,
it'll splinter or crack or fracture at the first strike.
Barrow eyes the scimitar that Hadvar picked up from one of the guards that was watching her, and it's just kind of like, hi, I'm Barrow. Are you a follower of Palor?
No, Bahamut, but Palor seems like a good deity to follow as well. I understand in the grand scheme of things, they work together on several parts of history.
He showed you to me in a dream.
Oh, you sure get a little uncomfortable. Yeah, the gods work in mysterious ways, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. I thought it was interesting.
No, it's nice, I guess.
How do you know Ariana?
She's my older sister. I haven't seen her in years, though.
She's half of who sent us out here.
Oh, good. Well, seems like she's still putting in the work then. She was always a hard worker. I really looked up to her. It's where I got a lot of my spirit from, and she kind of flexes a little bit. You can see, like, for how wiry she looks, there is a good bit of definition in her arms, obviously from blacksmithing for who knows how long. Now, granted, she's only between 15 to 18 years old. She seems relatively young, but she seems also very gymnast live body.
Yeah, she didn't send us here specifically. It's our understanding that when all of this happened here, it basically coincides with the same time that the rest of the continent was attacked by similar forces.
Tuck said something of similar last night to me. He said there was some sort of plan, but I didn't realize it was going to be this quick.
Wait, Tux was able to talk to you?
Yes, he has means of communicating. And she reaches back and she pulls out what looks to be a sending stone. I was able to smuggle this in. It's my only way to speak about what's going on inside this castle and whatever's going on out there. She tucks it away.
All right. Well, it's good to know.
So this out of character. Did we like discover what the scimitar was and the axe was? Like
yes.
Or was it?
Yes, they're
I know you.
undead scimitar.
Okay, I just didn't know if
Hi, Jen.
all of us were aware. Hi, Jen.
Hands on my screen. Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I want to ask her if she made those, if that was something that she made, or.
Sure. Yes, unfortunately, they kept a much closer eye on me for some of these special orders. I didn't enchant those, though. I'm not messing with this dark magic that they are. I'll make the weapons, but I'm not enchanting stuff like that. There are some horrible orc necromancers rolling around in this castle.
You said
strong
orc?
magic that they wield.
Did you say orc necromancers?
I did.
I'm gonna look over at Barrow.
I'm gonna show her the axe and how hard would it be to turn this into a dagger?
It would take me a while. It's not something that I really have time for right now. We should, and you see Bean kind of step up and say, nice to meet you, young lady. It's a pleasure, but we're on a bit of a time crunch here, and I think we should ought to hit the road, maybe ascend, find out what's going on.
Yeah.
She
I
nods
agree.
to him and looks to you and says, I know the way, but I can't promise it's safe.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna take my shotgun out. We'll make it safe.
Master Smith, you
Just-
seem
Just Altera is fine.
Altera. You seem quite capable on your own. I don't know that we need to defend you. And he looks at Advar and then back at her, and then he says, however, you've been slaving away in here. Do you need some sort of armor?
Armor, no, it'll only slow me down. But this sword, and she kind of holds it and says, I'm tired, but I'll be able to make some headway with you. I don't know if I'll make it all the way to the throne room, but this is our only chance.
We'll make it together.
Barrow reaches in his like a side pouch and pulls out 3 good berries for her.
Oh.
These might help.
Are these what I think they are?
Depends on what you think they are.
Druid
I
berries.
thought they were bunny poop the first time. I still ate them.
Oh, no. They're not the right color. Never mind. The druids use these.
Yes.
I've heard of them. And she pops one in and you see her she just eats the other 2 and you see her kind of just kind of pop them all in at once and you see her kind of have a nice, you actually see a little color come back to her face.
And I have some extra rations here if you're hungry.
No, please, there's not enough time. She starts looking left and right. We can do this aggressively or quietly. I don't know how you operate as a team, but... And Bean kind of steps forward and says, I'm not the one really for a boisterous entrance.
Well, let's keep it quiet until it needs to get loud.
You guys want to roll a little unseen for a while? We can make that happen.
You still got enough power in that
No
banjo?
juice in the tank, I'd say.
All right.
Joe.
Let me bring up his character sheet so I can keep track of his spells here. And he diddles his banjo. You all become invisible.
Why would you say that?
Because it's funny.
The image in my head.
Does a little very Willy Wonka themed. And you all just kind of fade into invisibility.
Is this the similar invisibility as before, where
Yes.
I feel like it probably won't be broken?
Correct.
Cool.
Altera, you hear Altera say, you're not going to be able to follow me.
We've got something for that. And question. I'm gonna try
Thinking
something.
about tying a rope.
Yeah.
So,
it's like the
I thought
space
about-
between the rope between
I
us
think you
is that.
find little links of rope just hanging by themselves.
Well, in
Now,
that
when
case,
you cast this spell, it says everything that you're wearing also turns invisible. And I'd say if you're able to fashion it in a way that you are all wearing it, because it is a mass enchantment, that it would cover the rope as well, as long as you fasten it to yourselves in a way that would be considered wearing it.
Barrow takes the 95 feet of rope off,
I also.
Oh, that's right. You untied it. The 95 feet of rope.
Yeah, I untied it.
And he ties it to himself and then says, I don't know who wants to go. Well, wait, here. I should probably be more toward the front.
and you just kind of you feel like hands hit your face on top of your head. You feel one like kind of jab your throat by accident. Oh, sorry. And Bean grabs the rope.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
You feel a little pinch. Sorry, I
see.
couldn't help myself.
Here, you need to be at the front. Where are you?
And eventually you guys make it so that you're all tied together. Now, what is your marching order? And Titan is a part of this as well.
So we need to follow her, correct? Or can you guide me if I'm in the front? I'm going to ask her that.
I won't be able to do that without saying anything unless we can say, maybe if I poke you on the left side, turn left. If I poke you on the right, turn right. And if I poke you in the back, just keep going straight. Does that work?
I like it. And then flick me in the back of the head if you see something I should stop.
Okay. This could work. What is the marching order then?
Well, then I would like to go first.
Okay.
I've got my shield and my staff.
She's got like gauntlets of ogre power or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Boom! All right, so Altira will be behind you. Next.
I feel like Bean should be in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Bean can be behind Hadvar. Then Barrow, Titan, Amora, or Barrow, Amora, Titan, or Titan, Barrow, Amora.
Amora, I want you to be in front of me.
Okay.
And you want Titan in front of you or in the back?
Under me.
Do you want to be riding?
You're gonna ride him?
Yes.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it around my waist and then wrap the rest around his saddle.
Ooh, wait a second.
You'd
Okay.
probably have to fasten it around.
Okay. That works.
For it to be worn like a belt. I'm just trying to think of just fastening it to the saddle is kind of like jerry rigging something. If you are to drape it over and tie it to him to maybe hold the saddle in place, even though it's already in place, that would be considered wearing it.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Cool. And you climb on top.
So with the message cantrip,
yes,
it says point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. It does not say that I have to be able to see it.
Correct.
So if I point my finger behind me and whisper, I can talk to her.
And she can respond.
Okay.
Yes.
I think maybe we'll do that instead of the pokes. Pokes are fine. That'll be funny.
Okay. So you guys start making your way forward, and it's a little odd at first. You gave yourself enough leeway to not have to be on top of each other, but every once in a while, everyone kind of feels a pull forward or backward because someone's lagging behind. But eventually, you agree on a pace where everybody is just kind of walking in step with each other at the same pace, and you're going at a stealthy pace. Everyone roll stealth checks with advantage. That'll be Bean. What is your stealth, Bean? Idiot. It's a 19. And ooh, Altira, what are you doing? Oh, that's over here. All right.
I'm gonna guidance on
I've already rolled.
on Scythe.
Yeah, I already rolled. I forgot I had guidance. Shit.
What'd you get, Hadvar?
Hadvar got a 12. That would have been a
Mora?
22.
Oh, okay. Good.
27 for Barrow.
It's gonna help balance this out. 27.
Wow.
You need to get rid of that D4.
Is it always ones? And
Every single time you've rolled it, it's been a 1.
So that is 12 for Scythe.
Okay.
Advantage and guidance.
Please give me that D4.
All right, so you guys are moving. You make your way up a flight of stone stairs that is fairly cramped. It comes out to a corridor lined with doors on both sides, and a lot of this architecture is fairly plain, but upon closer inspection, you can see a lot of the maybe 2 to 3 foot lines of cement that line the stone all have like filigree etched into them. And the stones, instead of just being rough stone, are actually patterns. So the walls entirely are decorated with etchings and carvings and stonework, as opposed to any kind of paint or opulence or decoration to be put on the walls. It is the stone itself.
And this is impressive even by dwarven standards.
It is the castle. It is the throne room. There is a sense of opulence to it in its own regard. Maybe not for humans or elves or anything, where elves would adorn things with like gold and filigree and stuff, but dwarves have a much simpler taste. But in that, you can see there's a lot of care that went into this.
Yeah.
You guys come to the first intersection where the hallway opens up into a larger corridor that looks like the roof, where it's at 20 feet, extends up to about 30 feet. And the hallway kind of opens. It's like a 4-way intersection. And you all kind of stop for a second as you can hear a large amount of footsteps approaching. Do you do anything?
Yeah, probably scurry to the... I'm going to try to pull people to the... Well, me pulling people is to the side. Guide everybody... guide everybody over off to the side, so we're not standing in the middle of the...
Sure, and there's enough room because a lot of these hallways are about 20 feet wide. So you push yourselves up to one side. This is not marching. This is, as it's approaching, more like a stampede. You can hear running, stomping, heavy footsteps. And after about a minute, you hear clinking of armor and weapons as a large crowd of undead and Hadvar, you had not seen these before, but you see these large, bare-chested, what at one point in time might have been orcs, but have these large devil horns and bone spikes protruding out all of the angles. They're known as Tanaruk. You have studied these. They are demonic, deformed orcs that have been enhanced by necrotic magic. And they carry these large great clubs as they storm through. They're almost like this hybrid of orc and minotaur.
Does it look like the same type of magic used to create my sword that the undead scimitar?
There are some similarities in the aesthetics. You can see the jagged bone protrusions that are coming out of the Tanaruk kind of embody what the sword was supposed to kind of look like.
Okay.
That might have been the idea behind it. But you see this large train of undead and demon entities storm through, close to 100 of them by the time they all pass. And none of them seem to notice you.
I'd like to...
They're running. They are sprinting.
And we haven't heard an explode. We haven't heard any type of rumble or felt any rumble or...
Nope.
Does it look like they're going in the direction that we came from?
No. You came to a 4-way intersection and they just passed you.
All right.
Are they gone?
You wait for a minute. You don't hear anything. You feel like it might be safe to go.
I'm going to cast message. I'm just going to start pointing every which direction, pointing at everything, saying, all right, let's keep moving.
Altira.
Let's keep moving.
Are you whispering out loud or are you talking?
See, I don't know how that... Can I do that without seeing her? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, that's ghastly. That's not in the player's handbook.
Yeah, that's the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide for the Ghostling Halfling.
Oh, I have that. I don't know where that is because I've only opened this book like twice.
There's a lot of good stuff in there, actually.
No, I have read a lot of it, but
It says nothing about having to see the creature that you're talking to.
Very good. Just
Okay.
within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet. So, yes, I will do that telepathically. Altira, can you send a message to Tux and see if he detonated the bomb?
Bomb? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And she takes out the... Well, you can't see her. You assume she takes out the sending stone. And the rest of you hear her whisper, Captain, there's a large battalion exiting the castle. Is everything okay? You don't hear any reply directly. And she... Okay. Sounds like the first diversion was set. He says there's 3 more.
Okay. So...
He's okay for now. We'll see how it develops.
I'll whisper that to Amora.
She said that out loud. Altira said that out loud because she can't telepathically talk to the sending stone.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Mr. DuPont, it's this way, and she like pokes you forward.
Ooh.
Hey! So you move forward across this hall, and you look left and right, and you can see as you look to the left, this is almost like a large ascension-descension area where as you walk across, if you look right, you can see a series of 10 steps. It levels out for another 4-way intersection. Another 10 steps, it levels out into another 4-way intersection. And the same thing to the left. It goes down 10 steps, and then hallways on either side, down 10 steps, and 2 hallways on either side. And as you guys look left and right, you don't see any more running or anything. The floor itself is lined with what used to be blue and silver carpeting on the plateaus, and most of it's been ripped or blackened in some regard or burned away.
Okay.
So she continues to poke you through the castle. You guys do make your way up several flights of stairs. There's only 2 more close calls because of the average of your stealth rolls. None of these roving patrols notice you. But only one other time do you see another large group of undead dump out of this castle, essentially.
How big were the roving patrols that we came in?
5 at a time. Between 5 and 2, the same as outside.
Okay.
Very similar, all gray tabards and everything. On the roving patrols, you don't see any of these Tanaruk, these demonic orcs. You just see regular undead, or what you assume is undead. They don't look like undead. They just look normal. Same as the roving patrols outside.
All right.
You guys make your way up, and Altira indicates to you, Hadvar, she kind of like pokes you like 8 to 10 times, like, hey.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna message her. Yeah.
The throne room is around the next corner. We're at the top of the castle now. I don't know how we got this lucky, but if you make a left, there's a short hallway and 2 large doors. That's the entrance to the throne room.
We can't hear this.
No, but I was thinking, like, I want to, like, cast message to Hadvar and be like, has anyone been checking for traps?
Hadvar?
I'm gonna ignore it because I wasn't.
There's no reply.
Failed.
You know it's sent, and there's no reply. So
It's
you just
like manga. You can't see him, but you see like the double exclamation point, or like question mark, exclamation point.
yeah. Huh?
All you hear is a very like subtle shit.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, so I'll send a message back. Say
Yeah.
we're almost to the end game.
So she edges you forward, and you guys get to the intersection where you're able to enter the intersection. You're still invisible. I would need another stealth check if you guys want to move forward, or if you're just peeking around the corner, that's not required.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna peek. Peeky.
Okay, so you kind of stop everybody. You kind of throw your arms out so that everyone. There's another one of those like, you all run into each other softly. And Hadvar, give me a perception check.
Boof. Boof. That's going to be an 11.
You do a quick peek, and the sight surprises you enough that you don't take it all in right away. But you can see that there are other creatures in the hallway, all wearing gray tabards. It's not unoccupied, and you see two large stone doors that have been carved into the wall. Down a hallway at least, and it's as Altera described. Two large doors at the end of the hallway around this intersection.
And I didn't catch how many? More than 10? Less than 10?
Thereabouts.
Half a dozen?
About 10.
About 10. Okay. And I'm going to message back to Altera. I won't remember that.
Altera.
I wrote Elena.
I even have it written down.
Yeah.
Right there. Altera.
So I'll
message back to Altera and ask her. I'll say, "Is there another way around? Is there another way around?" I'm sorry.
I heard. She's thinking. She goes, "The throne room only has one entrance and exit, unless I'm unaware. I'm sure it has more than one, but not that I know of. I've never been inside the throne room."
So, leading up to the throne room, I guess I might have to make a stealth check.
If you wanna get a better look, you can make a stealth check, and I'll allow you to see the hallway a little more clearly.
Actually, I'm gonna point and try to get. I'm gonna point, calling out for Barrow.
Yeah.
And then I telepathically
Link.
go to Hadvar. Yeah, what's up?
I need you to do a little recon on this hallway. I know there's a bunch of people here, but I need to know how many, and I need to know what's all in this hallway. But this is the throne room entrance.
Okay.
It's the only one.
Are we waiting for the others to come up here and help us, or are we planning on just dealing with stuff up here alone?
It all depends on what. I don't know if anybody's coming. We can't rely on that.
I feel
But
like
we at least need to know what we're coming up with.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how we should do this because we're kind of all tied together.
That's fine. I take a step back and I just start wailing everybody around.
like Groot.
What's that? Oh,
I picture Groot.
yeah.
Yes,
So-
yes. Groot with his arm through everything. Woof, woof.
If I untie myself, will the rope still be invisible on everyone else?
Well, we're still wearing the rope.
We're still wearing it. I guess the end, the back end, would just be laying on the ground.
Okay. So
That's what
I'm going
I-
to
Do
discount.
you ask Bean this because he's the one that cast the spell?
Oh, yeah, I
He
guess
does
I could.
that.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
The invisibility spell. If I untie myself, will everybody still stay invisible?
Well, sure, but why are we untying ourselves here?
Hadvar needs me to take a closer look at the hallway ahead.
What are we? Are we at the top yet?
Yes.
Well, then we can just undo the rope, put it away. I don't want to be tied to everybody if something's about to go down.
That's a, yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a good point. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And you hear him start to untie the rope, and
On
as
time.
he more or less steps away from it because you can't see what he's doing, you can see a length of rope and a pile of where the knot would have been in between Altira and Amora.
All right. So I telepathically tell Hadvar, Altera, Amora, blah blah blah, and yeah.
No,
You guys
And I
untie
make
the
sure that
ropes and you put it away. And this is far enough away from the intersection that you're not going to cause any kind of noise or alarm.
Well, that just won't do.
They all rush around the corner. Spells.
Perfect.
Hadvar.
Yeah.
Coming up now. I'm
What?
Coming up now. I'm
Oh.
coming up now. I'm coming up now.
I'm now.
I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm speaking telepathically, but whatever. I'm coming up now. So I'm going to start walking up there, and I'm going to take out. Huh?
Off of Scythe.
Yes, just me. And I tell him, stay here. Stay here.
feeling like
Shh. Stay here. Don't move. Protect Amora if something happens.
I'll double check my thing.
So I'm going to reach in and I'm going to pull out 2 bags of ball bearings.
Okay.
And I'm going to untie the cinch so that if I have to throw them, they're already ready to go.
Sure. They can be deployed.
I'm gonna sneak up there.
Roll a stealth check with advantage. You're still invisible. And guidance.
give me that D4.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll set that to the side. I'm gonna pull out another D20. Okay.
Oh.
D4.
Oh yeah. Hang on. So
Wait, which one is that? Aha! Red D4.
okay, so that was
1,000,000.
Yeah.
28.
Very good. You were able to.
Wait, do you need me to roll a perception check?
Nope. You're quiet enough that you can go into the middle of the hallway if you wanted to. You're
Oh.
confident enough that you're not going to cause any kind of alarm, despite having 2 ball-bearing bags in your hand. Chink, 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 chink. You're able to quiet them against your body so that they do not. But you move out into the space, and you can see the hallway. This main corridor that you guys are coming up to is more or less 40 feet wide.
Okay.
Barrow, in front of you, there are 4 orcs, 2 on either side against the walls.
And I know these to be like legitimate orcs. They're not like half orcs. They're not.
No, they're very, very obviously orcs,
Okay.
wearing gray tabards.
Yep.
And
Oh man.
wow, that worked out really nicely. 100 feet away from you, exactly, are the double doors to the throne room. In front of those double doors are 2 orcs in dark purple and black robes.
You said 2 orcs.
Two orcs in dark purple and black robes. And in front of both of them, it looks like they are puppeting 2 undead. So 10 enemies exactly.
Wait.
And the 4 orcs that I'm seeing in the gray tabards, where are they in relation to them? They're up farther toward us?
Come with me.
And you'll see.
So this is where you guys are. And there's 2 right around the corner here. 2 more a little bit down the hallway. And then there's 2 guys in front of the throne room with the 4 undead. So
What?
10 total.
All right.
Wait.
Whoa! Whoa! Sorry, that's really fun.
All right, so I let...
Oh, you're frozen.
First of all,
Yes,
I'm
frozen.
going to step back slowly.
Yep. And throw the ball bearings.
And I'm going to telepathically tell everybody what the deal is.
Okay. Everybody's aware of the enemies.
Now, the purple and gray, or purple and black robes, do they look, does this dress style look similar to the spellcaster that we encountered in the sewers in Wizardton?
Yes,
Yeah.
and also a lot of them that poured into the throne room when everything kicked off.
Do we see any green fluid or green?
Oh,
orbs?
that like came down through the hallway, you're saying?
No, in Wizardton, when everything kicked off,
Oh, yeah.
like all those orcs filled the space. And they were also, no, those were kobolds. I think there was one of them in the college when you guys went to go defend the college instead of the Open Palm headquarters.
Okay. Sorry.
But yeah, there's a theme.
On you.
They like their color schemes.
Breathing a sick germs on me.
So here's the thing.
Let me just cut in here. You get 1 freebie with this spell. Anything after that, they'll see you. So if we want, we can go in there, do whatever we want to do, still be invisible. But after the next time we do something, they're going to start seeing us.
That's good to know. I was going to say that the robed individuals that I told you about, they're really bad. Like, really bad spellcasters. Like, really bad.
Magic's a tricky thing to deal with,
Yeah. So-
especially in our circumstance where I'm sure they're capable of recuperating and we are not.
Yeah.
Nobody can see me, but I'm like flexing my muscles. Nobody.
Is it? And I like meant to, or we're all together, right?
Yeah, you guys are away. You're not as close to that corner as I just put you there so that you're on the map. You guys have moved away.
So
At this point, however, I will say that you hear I think I missed one. This would be the 4th commotion by the time you got up here. Down this main corridor, you can hear another larger contingency running
Away
Away.
or 2? Oh.
away.
Ooh.
okay, I'm trying to think. Is this something that we should wait to spur if there's another explosion, or if this is something that we should time-wise,
think
get
we
in
need
there.
That would have been the fourth group funneling out of the castle. Whether that's syncing up with explosions or if that's just how they're funneling people out in waves, there may have only been one explosion.
I think we need to act. I think we have pretty good odds here. We got.
Should I talk to Tux again?
Yeah. Can you see where he's at? What's going on?
Yeah, give me a second here. Captain, we're outside the throne room. We have some resistance here. I know you can't get everyone out. Did you set all the diversions yet? There's a pause. And she relays. He has one more diversion to go off, but he set off the Griffin Riders. He's in the air right now.
How soon can he be here?
I don't know if he's going to be in the castle with us. I think he's going to stay outside.
Right.
I think we're on our own up here.
Yeah, no, that's good. And Barrow is squeezing the sign of Palor or the sigil of Palor,
Just
like white knuckling it. Yeah, no, this is great. This is good. Okay. So my recommendation would
We hit him hard and we hit him fast.
We need to kill the spellcasters first, I think.
My thought exactly.
However, in my dealings with orcs, we shouldn't be taking them too lightly. No
Trust
offense.
me. I'm gonna give them everything I've got. I say we move in. Can I see the map again?
Map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
And those are 5 feet squares, right? 5 foot squares?
They are 5 foot squares. It's a very large castle.
Well, that's just real nice, like.
That's a real nice surprise, Clark. A real nice surprise.
All right. I'm gonna. Ooh. Will we be? Oh man.
Oh, hey, don't look at that.
Is there any way that these spellcasters would have been able to set some sort of trap to know if we're moving closer to throne room?
It's possible they may have an alarm, but they may have come in.
How would we know? Is there a way that you can tell? I don't want us to be walking up there trying to sneak up and then all of a sudden we're screwed.
See, I think
Barrow, they are not just hanging around. They look like they are waiting for something. They look poised and ready for battle. They are not just kind of chilling, just shooting the bull in the hallway. They look ready, and they're just staring down the hallway. So when you walked out, you're like, just taking everything in. You're like, great, I'm gonna go this way.
you use stealth and you'll pass them.
Vanilla.
No. Yeah.
If I was to toss something, is that something that would weaken the spells so that I would become visible?
Good.
You could give it
Any overt action that you take is probably going to soften the invisibility.
Tell you what, there's only one thing here getting soft, and that's gonna be them after their bodies are dead. No, okay, sorry.
You hear Altera just kind of giggle to herself.
Phrasing, Hadvar.
There's only one thing gonna get soft in here, and it ain't me. Hadvar rushes in.
Well, I think this is what we do. I'm gonna take one wizard. Who's taking the other?
I
could
think
focus-
this is going to be a focused fire type of situation.
Focus
Fair
my
enough.
magic.
Here's what I think.
There.
Me?
Please roll a history check for me.
By the way, I want to tell Jen, Prince
Guidance?
Ali.
Can I guidance? No guidance?
Yeah, you can guidance. You can, yeah, no.
No.
Mandy, we both hated that movie so much that we couldn't even get past 20 minutes of it.
Jen is watching it. Well, the old
This-
version.
Yeah, we tried to watch the live
Is that
version.
Return?
Horrible. It is. She's watching it for nostalgia's sake. I never saw it, so I have no tie.
You've never seen a
The Prince of Thieves was
I
better.
saw Aladdin, but I've not seen the Prince of Thieves one. This is the third sequel,
Oh wait, that's Prince of Thieves, not.
not Return of Jafar.
Oh, okay. Prince of
I've seen
Thieves is
Prince
way
Jafar.
better than Jafar. Jafar
I
was
have
garbage.
Prince of Thieves. It's been a while, but I have. Go on.
I have seen Prince.
So-
God,
Jafar is really
Midas' hand.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
I love this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're agreeing with you. They said Return of Jafar was garbage, but this one's good.
It's really good.
It has Midas' hand in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kaz literally came from 2 rooms over because she heard us talking about Aladdin.
Jen's watching Prince of Thieves.
It's awesome. Aladdin's the best. But not Return of Jafar.
Or the live action, because it was
I
Very
didn't
poorly
even,
done.
I didn't even bother because I knew it was going to be terrible.
we tried watching it. We got it from the library. We gave it a legitimate go. We sat, we watched. What part did we get to? We got through the beginning sequence. We got up to where Jafar is like, "You will go to war."
We got right before he touched the lamp.
Oh, right before Aladdin actually touches the lamp in the Cave of Wonders, and we're just like, "This is terrible."
Yeah, we
Like,
watched
and
the
we
whole
knew it
thing.
was going to get better once Will Smith entered it. We're like, hey, if everybody else is really good, we'll stomach that. And it never got better at all. It just stayed bad. I was like, oh, man. And like the whole one jump ahead of the bread line, like they turned it into a rock song. And I'm like, why? This song is so good on its own. Why are you doing this? Why are you
They made a lot of unnecessary changes in that movie, and be thankful you didn't make it to the make way for Prince Ali and then
Yeah.
him getting into the castle. Like it was a train wreck.
Oh, yeah.
like the actual
It was-
song Prince Ali, fabulous, Ali,
The song was okay, but I didn't like it because it was
because it was Will Smith.
Will Smith was good for all of the movie's faults. Will Smith was still good,
He
Good.
was.
All right,
But-
that's fair.
but the movie it needed to be a better movie.
Fair.
But okay, all right, we're getting sidetracked.
Back in.
Back to D&D.
Yeah.
12 for history.
Okay. With you having traveled with Titan for so long, hunting orcs specifically, you know that they have relatively high perceptions, and sneaking past 4 of them may not be ideal.
Can I get one more look?
Pink.
While you're getting your look, I'm going to go blow my nose.
Okay, you know what? I like this. Are those guys those guys on my bottom screen? So you've got the 2 dudes. They look like they're inside the wall.
They're not supposed to be. They're just like on the edges of the wall.
So are they standing in line with each other, like the whole way
Yes.
down?
Yes.
Cool.
So 1, 2, and then one of the zombies and the necromancer.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a straight line.
Fantastic.
Oh,
On both sides, even. Not intentional, but it seems that's how I've set everything up. So yeah, they're in a straight line.
Guys, I have one thing. I want you guys to get set up. I'm going to take the left, and you guys... I'm going to use my staff of lightning. I'm going to send a bolt of lightning down the left side.
How far does that reach?
God, I hope it's the whole way. 120 feet.
So the hallway from where the intersection begins, like that, when you turn that corner, as soon as you step in line, that's 100 feet to the wall.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. If you
So,
guys...
hold action, lightning bolt. Let's roll initiative. Let's roll initiative just so that we have an order of who's doing what.
Well, I wanted to start that off. And then everybody, the plan of action would be, I do that. And then when they're like, what the fuck? You guys all send your ranged attacks in at either anyone who's...
It can still be a coordinated effort. It doesn't have to be one person just sending something down.
Oh, okay. That's right, because we all are invisible for the first...
So the way that 5e is set up is that if you guys are going to spring a trap, we have the initiative order, and the only people that spring the trap go through their entire initiative order with nobody else going, and then it goes back to the top.
Gotcha.
And then it goes regular combat.
Gotcha.
So, initiatives, please. 20 to 25.
Your nose.
That's not bad.
Alright. Well, you're going to have to grab another one. So I'm sorry.
15 to 20?
Oh,
Hang on.
21.
Okay.
I guess I should get my lightning bolt damage ready.
Yeah.
How much is that? Or lightning strike, sorry. Ooh, that's a lot of D6s.
8d6 if I'm not mistaken.
9. 9 D6s.
You got 12, Barrow?
10.
Oh.
This is what it feels like
so
to
yeah,
do.
let's do 15 to 20. So
21.
Okay. 10 to 15.
And
Oh, I got 14.
Okay. I think that's everybody. Cool. I hear those D6s. Hang on 1 second here.
One jump ahead of the bread line. Now I've got that song stuck in my head, which is...
Yeah, sorry. All right. So, in the initiative order, you guys talk it out. Amora, you know that Havar is going to spin around this corner and just fire a giant lightning bolt. What are you doing right now?
So,
He's getting ready. You see him. Well, you don't see him do anything. You're invisible.
So where are the purple robe guys located?
100 feet from around the corner.
So
95 feet from around the corner.
So he would have said that he's gonna go straight. I want to get the other robed figure.
Okay. Depending on what you're casting, you may or may not be able to hit them.
Fire bolt, and I'm gonna quicken fire bolt
As a bonus action.
bonus
And throw
action.
2 of them.
Yes.
Okay. And what is the range of that? 120 as well, if I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
120.
So where do you want to be in this hallway? Do you just want to be right around the corner here?
Yes, because I want to be. Can I get on the other side of the corner?
Oh, I heard her.
Should I put something in the
You can get most of the way.
come down the steps? And she just said something behind it.
Okay. I at least want to be. That's fine because I can.
Because you're still invisible.
Yes.
First off.
So I'm gonna have my staff out.
Okay.
At least for protection-y. Just in case. And then I'm going to cast Firebolt twice.
Roll 2 attacks for me.
29.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Ooh, that's a good way to start combat. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Ooh.
So let's just do the first one, which is 3d10.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Ooh.
Wait, no, those are D8s.
It's the one that has the little 0 on it.
And the 9.
9, 10, 11.
11. Okay. And now roll 3 more d10 and double it, please. Yeah. It's a good first round.
Ooh.
Is that? What would that be? No, that's a 1, not a 10.
Correct.
Yeah, the 0 would be 10.
Well, I rolled D100s because I don't have.
It was 6.
Yeah, so 12 damage.
12. So 24. Oh.
No, just a total of 12. I rolled that poorly on the second roll.
You are good. Cool.
Okay. 23 damage. That's still good. So, Amora, you run forward, and Hadvar, as you're preparing, and the rest of the group, you all see 2 firebolts throw down the hallway and slam into the one necromancer. Next in the order is Victor Bean. You hear him start to play his banjo. It goes, doo-wee-wee-oo. And Barrow, you feel this inspiration inside of you well up.
Nice.
And then he is also going to cast a spell.
Ooh, inspiration doesn't last for very long, does it?
1 round.
For
Bardic inspiration, it's 1 round.
Okay, so I don't have that inspiration from last session anymore.
No. The inspiration that I give out lasts forever until you use it.
Oh, wait, you gave me an inspiration, or the?
If you guys have DM inspiration, that's just a permanent D20 reroll.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which I've handed out sparingly, but I think Barrow still has one from the Minesweeper when you guys were going to fight Bean. Yeah. I don't know. I think Amora, you had one like in super early. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever used it. Like something that you guys are gonna have to keep track of. Yeah. But Bardic Inspiration is only 1 round.
Okay, then I think I got mine from Victor. I don't think you gave me one.
From Victor at the.
And you all are able to see a ghostly hand emanate in front of one of the orcs on the side and choke one of them against the wall before dissipating. You can see like a ring of frost around his neck, which is going to cause 12 damage. Not bad. All right. Next in the order is Altira. Sorry, Hadvar. You just hear her moving. You don't know where she is, though. She can dash. Yeah, buddy. Hadvar.
Yeah.
It is your turn. What would you like to do? Throws the dice in the air. So you spin the corner. Do you want to move closer to this orc or no?
No, I'm gonna wait until I actually fire this off.
Boom!
To, like go around, zoom, and then move up.
Okay.
So everybody in line. Oh, there's too many ones. Well, there's 1-1. Okay, that's not bad.
1 is too many ones.
This is true. Okay. Damn it! This is math.
Math.
Barrow, you're on deck with Scythe.
Really?
Yep.
Good.
Oh, because we get a surprise round. Ah, awesome.
'Cause
Awesome. 'Cause we get a surprise round. 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 '
You're just waiting to be like, I'm gonna be last. I'm gonna be last. I'm gonna be
39 points of damage.
Did you say 39?
39 points of damage. Wait. Sorry. Hold on. I don't math well.
That Navy man.
And now we wait to see if it's going to be less or more.
33.
All right, that's still good. That's still fantastic. So that got both of the orcs, one of the undead,
and the wizard.
And the wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry. You're
33 points of damage. Hadvar, as you... It's a shame that I can't describe what it looks like, but at least you see the arc of lightning appear out just in front of you where your staff would be and strike through all four of these. The undead creature is slammed into the orc necromancer, which knocks him 5 feet back, and you see his lifeless body on the floor for the moment.
Wait, lifeless?
The undead creature, not the orc.
I mean, wasn't it lifeless before it fell?
Unmoving.
Yeah, I picture the Avengers when it's like.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Just a straight line, and you see the conductive material like kind of stay static between all of them for a good 3 seconds as you rocket this lightning bolt forward. It's almost like a chain that connects all of them as they all seize up for a second, and then finally it dissipates and they all kind of relax. The undead creature falls to the ground.
Is the orc still standing after that happens?
Yeah, you see him like brush himself off. He got hit against the wall and he like is looking around for whatever's coming up. He has his hands up now.
Can I do the bonus, the rush, the movement, and then bonus action bash?
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15. It only takes 20 feet of your movement, and you can bash the first orc in front of you.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That is going to be 15 damage.
Wow.
Max damage.
So you run up with your shield, and you see him like wheezing from the electricity that was just coursing through him. And as he's bent over, you take your shield and swing up with it, and you hit him in the face, and you see the bones in his face just crumple as his head hits the stonework, and you see a splatter of blood as he crumples to the floor as well.
I assume that I am now visible, though.
You are now visible.
Yeah. And I want the most menacing look on my face. I am just like, my orcish teeth are just like, I'm baring them like I'm an animal. I'm like,
As you appear, you see all of the heads in the hallway look at you as they think they're just being assaulted by one person at the moment.
Well, because I'm mind faded.
Your quicken spell, I'm not going to count that because it's a bonus action.
But then...
Oh, his bonus action is a shield bash.
Yeah, but I did a bonus and an action.
If you want to make it easier, if I have a way of choosing to be non-invisible, I choose to not be invisible.
I get rid of this. I'd say you both are visible then.
Okay, all right, that's fair. I tried to help you
out. Barrow and Scythe, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to. Are we able to say that I was on Scythe?
When you got back after you were ready to...
Yeah, like in preparation for this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to have him ride me up.
I'll be right back.
To within 30 feet of the wizards, if I'm able to do so.
Of both wizards?
Yes.
All right, let me see here. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you would have to go 5, 40. And then you want him to dash?
Yes.
He has 10 feet of movement left, but you are within 30 feet of both of them.
Okay. I am going to cast Bane
On.
the 2 wizards.
Oh, okay. Is that a saving throw?
It is, yes. It is a charisma saving throw.
I don't like that. Don't like that. Well, they both get a -1, so 8 and 9.
And I'm also going to, because I can target up to 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to target the nearest orc to me, whichever one that happens to be.
When I showed you the map, it would have been the bottom left orc.
Okay.
All right, so you got 3 people baned.
Cool.
That's an action.
Yeah.
Now you have your movement if you dismount.
Right.
Okay. Sorry. I hope you weren't waiting. Fatherly duties. Misbehaving children.
Ooh.
I'm
We're in combat. Let's go. Get it.
going to do nothing. I'm going to have him move back the 10 feet that he's able to move back,
Okay.
and I'm just going to sit there and watch.
You're in front of him then, yes?
In front of the orc? Is there a way that I'm able to move off to the side?
Oh.
This is Altira.
Okay.
That's you, Barrow.
Who's the cockroach on the right? Or at the top? Is that a cockroach? Nope. Down? Nope.
It's
right
a
above
werewolf. It's a
Altira.
werewolf.
Yeah.
That's Titan. It's a werewolf.
It looks like a cockroach. Oh, now it looks like a wolf.
It does look like a cockroach from up there. I'm gonna. Oh boy. I'm gonna use. No, you know what? I'm just gonna stay right where I'm at.
Okay.
Wait, now, am I still on site?
You can be.
You said when I was on him that I was 10 feet away from them, right? Or he had 10 feet of movement left?
Yes. And you want to move back with him 10 feet.
No, I'll stay there. I want to position myself so that I'm not right in a direct running route for these orcs that are up front.
You are not.
No. I'm going to use the 10 feet, and I'm going to get within 5 feet, if I can, or 10 feet where I think the orcs might run past.
No orcs are going to pass you, more than likely. You've passed all the orcs.
So who's in front of me?
3 undead and 2 necromancers.
Then I'm going to move up closer to the necromancer.
Getting off type Scythe or what?
No, stay on him as close as I can get.
Okay, you're going to be within 5 feet of one of the undead, just so you know. Going to the top of the order, it's the bad guy's turn. The 3 orcs are going to take attacks against Hadvar and Amora. Amora, you have 1 charge you.
Is Amora next to me?
No.
Okay.
No, I tried to get on the opposite to be.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
So you see him take out a short sword. You take 7 points of slashing damage as he comes up and hits you, and the sword itself breaks off. It cuts into your skin, but the sword breaks off the hilt. And you see him look down and throw the hilt down.
You said 7.
7 points of slashing damage. Hadvar, 2 orcs are going to shoot arrows at you.
Ooh.
Does an 18 hit?
It does not.
Does a 19 hit?
It does.
All right. I got lucky on that. All right, here we go. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
No.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. So that is going to be a... Oh, I have good saving throws with that. That's a 14. But not good enough.
14 is not good enough. You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage and 9 points of poison damage.
Anthony, I don't want to.
So I get poisoned, or is it just poison damage?
Just poison damage.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
5 and 7?
5 and 9.
Ooh. 14.
I don't want to cheat you if it's something that you said 7. Would that be 14 total?
7.
Okay, because you said it was a D20, or I'm sorry, it was a natural 20, and it was a 7.
No, the sword broke.
Oh, so it didn't even. Oh.
It does 2 different die of damage. I only doubled one of them.
Gotcha. Because I looked at Brandon, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Because it should be an even number. No, he got a 2 on his roll, and then I had another 3 from other things that he does.
Okay, I just didn't want to cheat you just to.
Nope.
But, okay.
7 damage total. We're good. All right. The undead are going to move forward. Barrow, you get an opportunity attack on one if you would like it. And the other 2 are going to charge towards you, Hadvar.
And these are the undead.
Yep.
Okay.
They're going to use a dash action, and they're going to get right in your face.
Oh, they're right in front of me?
Yep.
Huh.
Do you want to do anything, Barrow?
No.
Altira, well, he didn't leave her attack range yet, so she doesn't get an opportunity attack either. The Necromancers, however, what do I want to do here?
Oh, man.
The one of them feels the magic cast on him. They both feel the magic cast on them.
Wait, did I miss something?
Bane.
Barrow casts Bane on them.
Okay.
And you see them both move off to the sides a little bit with just enough eyesight to see what's going on. And you see them do incantations, Barrow. You don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
Amora, it is your turn. You are visible, and there's an orc standing in front of you with a broken... Well, he dropped his weapon.
He has no weapon then?
Not in his hands.
Okay.
I'm looking at my.
The only one that's not doing this is Kyle.
Formulate a plan before your turns.
I did, and then I was like, oh, because I just figured I wouldn't have enough time to think to pull out my dagger. I would just go, ha! And like hit with my staff.
Do whatever you want to do. I mean, cast your spells, hit him melee. You can do whatever you want. You have one right in front of you, though.
Yes. So I'm going to, but there's no anybody else around him.
No.
Right, then I'm just gonna, I don't know, that's what I picture I would do. That's probably not gonna do much, but I'm just gonna smack him with
Whack him with your staff? Go for it.
And then I'm going to cast with it booming blade.
Very good.
Oh well.
So 13.
13 does not hit. As you go to strike him with your staff and you start to cast the spell as you're he just kind of moves out of the way for a second, and the staff swings wide and you bring it back up. That is your action. Eek!
That's all for now.
All right. Amora, you hear bing, ding, 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 ding behind you as you see the orc just go, what? As he starts to levitate up to the ceiling.
Aha!
You do get an opportunity attack on him, though.
Pinata!
Wow. So go ahead and strike if you would like.
I missed again!
All right. So he is levitating 20 feet in the air. And you hear being next to you say, it's all right, I'm looking out for you. As he becomes visible and moves ahead. And Hadvar, you say, you hear him say, careful over there, son. You look a bit surrounded. Ain't the right time for this. And you just kind of see him smirking at you. And there's a small twinkle in his eye. And it just gives you enough of a boost of inspiration.
Nice.
For your next attack. Altera is going to move here. And
can I respond with I have them right where I want them?
Yes. Altera becomes visible as she uses the runic sword. You see her, or you hear her grunt as she plunges the sword into the undead in front of her twice. And as she becomes visible, you can see the sword itself has a blue shimmer around it, kind of an aura around the blade, as the runes have darkened and is emanating a black light almost. It's just this vibrant neon black pulsing in the runes on the blade, and it's surrounded by this blue aura. As she rips the sword out, she does damage. That's undead number. Oh, that's an orc. All right, she does damage.
Yay!
And becomes visible. Hadvar.
Cool. Can I see the original necromancer that I pooped? That booped.
He is around the corner now.
Damn. And I can't see the old one either.
You can see the one that Amora hit originally. There's an orc in your path, but he is 80 feet from you.
Okay. And I've only got 2 zombies around me, correct?
Correct. So
And-
if you wanted, another lightning bolt could hit one of them and the other necromancer.
Nah, I'll be all right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna boop one of them with my staff.
Boop him. Boop away.
That is going to. Yeah, that's gonna be a 32 to hit.
That hits. That hits.
And that is going to be that's 17 damage.
All right. Ooh, nice.
How's it looking?
Hurt. Bad. As you strike with your staff, you can see his shoulder cave in, and his arm is just kind of like dangling off now, held together by muscle strands and ligaments. It's just kind of like dangling there.
I'm going to turn and make my second attack at the one on the right. The
Sure.
other one.
Yeah. This one has not been hit by anything yet.
That's a natural 20.
Very good. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
Could be better. Okay. So that's going to be 20 points of damage.
Is that with your extra die?
Yeah. No. Okay. 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage in one strike, a melee strike no less. As you boom, boom, you hit both of them, and you crack this one's head hard enough that your staff goes straight through, and his head is just leaning on his shoulder sideways, but he's still standing there and he's ready to engage with you again. But his head is just like perpendicular to his body, resting on its own shoulder.
Bonus action bash.
Go for it.
It's a natural one.
Oh. as you whack, he shunts his head against his shoulder and he starts wobbling a little bit, and you go to really bash him and he staggers backwards unexpectedly, and you whiff the shield as he comes back into your combat range.
I cannot believe I followed up a 20 with a 1.
It balances out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Barrow, you are still invisible, and you can see both necromancers.
Am I closer to one?
Yeah. 20 feet from one, 25 from the other.
Okay. I am going to have Scythe ride me up to the one that I'm 20 feet away from.
I need you both to make wisdom saving throws.
Even though we're invisible, huh?
Yep.
13 for Barrow.
Okay.
Seven for Scythe.
You both fail and take 21 points of necrotic damage. As you get within 15 feet, you are hazed by some aura that this necromancer is emanating. And as you look around, you can see these little mites floating through the air that all just kind of converged and started gnawing on your skin.
Cool.
But you're still free to take your action.
Okay. Yeah, let me do math real quick here.
21. My controller.
Oh no.
Did you just fast forward the whole movie?
Yes. And the batteries
That's
fell
one way to watch it.
Yeah, and the batteries fell out.
Okay. I'm going to position Scythe on one side of him, and if I'm able to get off and get behind him so that we're flanking.
You can flank him against the wall. Just give me an acrobatics roll.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do that because we're both invisible, right? So
Yep.
I'm automatically going to have advantage on the attack.
Yep.
Lit.
I am going to, as I'm jumping off, I'm pulling out the storm dagger and
Sword of
the
sharpness. Dope.
Oh, shit.
Yes,
Fucking bardic inspiration.
you did. You could have used that. Not on
Is
a
that-
natural one.
Oh, okay. Well then, I don't care.
Yeah.
I didn't waste it.
No. But it is gone since it was unused.
Oh.
25 for the
Yep,
sword
that
of
hits.
sharpness. Better. The That is 28 with the storm dagger. No. Sorry. 31 with the storm dagger.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, excellent. So D6.
Amora, you're going to be next after the bad guys.
Sword of Sharpness is going to be 10 points.
Okay.
Of piercing damage. And the Storm Dagger
Yeah.
is going to be 9 points of piercing and 1 point of lightning damage.
Very good.
And then
Before you waste any of your abilities, you plunge both of your swords into him, and he feels both of them, and you see him, and you see the orc kind of start to be short of breath, and he reaches out and grabs you, or at least your wrists, and you hear him chant something, and you just see his skin start to shrivel and shrink and start to crumble and deteriorate, and your forearms start burning horribly. You take 31 points of necrotic damage as he crumples and his clothing just kind of, like, you know when the Jedi die and they like go with the Force?
Yeah.
He just crumples and like there's not even dust there. You just see him shrivel and shrink and start to fade away, and his grip on you just disappears as that burning sensation is almost like being branded on your forearms. You take 31 points of necrotic damage, and he's no longer there.
Are his robes still there?
Yep, all of his equipment dropped.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't great.
Killed him.
Yeah.
Maybe stabbing them is not the best.
But this is one of the undead you stabbed, or this is
That was the necromancer.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah. They're still fighting outside the throne room.
So I need to make a concentration check, correct?
Yep. Bane drops, I'm assuming?
It was a natural 1.
Yes.
Not
You're
only
not
does
a
it drop,
warcaster
but
or
now
anything,
sword
right?
hurts. No.
No.
You're not. No. Bane fades.
all right, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do. I just need to see the board of where everybody.
You will see as soon as the bad guys go.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. After that, guys.
And the necromancer. You two are still. Barra, you're no longer invisible. Titan is. And the necromancer on the far end sees what happens, and he casts a spell at you as you hear this. Boom! I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm running out of D20s here.
That was good. House bells. It's a good song.
Just a whole bunch of people casting Toll the Dead at one time.
I'm going to use my DM's inspiration and re-roll that one.
A good idea, because I rolled pretty well for this damage.
Bastard! Oh, the Bardic Inspiration's a 1! Yay! Yay! Okay, so that...
Your Bardic Inspiration is gone since it went unused for that round.
Oh, okay. Well, then... That's going to be just a straight 9.
You take 29 points of necrotic damage.
Less than what I rolled the first time. Not great. Fantastic.
That's good. That's good.
I appreciated it.
How's Barrow feeling?
Barrow is nigh unto death.
He is going to move up next to one of his orc buddies and place his hand on his back and cast another incantation, and that will be the end of his turn.
Is he within my range? Can I see him now? Just sorry.
This is the one that you can still have seen the whole time. Barrow killed the one that you hit with your lightning.
Oh, excellent.
So the guy that he touched is now going to shoot an arrow. And as he pulls the arrow out, you can see that it has a black aura surrounding it as he pulls it back and fires at you, Amora. That's a 23 to hit.
Shield?
Yeah, does it surpass 23?
Yeah, so my shield would actually make it 26.
Great. As this necrotic arrow is fired at you, it hits the shield. Well, yeah, we'll see.
Good.
You're good? All right. It hits the shield and deflects and explodes.
The other guy.
And explodes far off into the distance. But you see this cloud of black smoke kind of expand and then kind of suck into itself. The other two are going to attack Altira, since she is by her lonesome. One undead and one orc. That hits. And that does not hit.
Wait, is she near me?
She is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Oh, okay.
35, 40 feet from you. Altira is going to take 14 damage. And Hadvar, you have the two undead near you. They're both going to take swings at you.
Yep.
Does an 18 hit?
Does not.
Oh, well, this will. 24.
Nope.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
It does now. This is one of the undead, and as he hit you the first time, you see a level of intelligence there as there's an understanding. These aren't just like mindless zombies. He pulls a dagger from his belt that looks very similar to your scimitar and shoves it into you.
That bitch.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right, that is a 20, unnatural. Not that it matters.
Right. So you take 5 points of piercing and 19 reduced to 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
The orc levitating in the air takes a dagger and throws it down at you, Amora, to see if he can't still do something. 23? You said you're at 26 now, right? Man, and that was a good roll, too. The dagger flings down and also pings off of your arcane shield as you're just trying to hold this up. The arrows and daggers are just deflecting off of your barrier. It is now your turn.
Does his dagger look green like a scimitar?
Mm-mm.
No.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I realized that with all of the damage-taking bullshit of guy crumpling into space and time thing, that I never did anything with sight. Am I able to make an attack with him?
Against that guy?
No. Like, someone in general, because he, like, literally was not used at all.
Next turn, I would suggest you utilize him.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Remind me of that. I'm sick, so I'm not thinking.
I was
clearly.
getting your Tylenol. Anyway, so I'm just gonna step back and I'm gonna bolt him. I'm just gonna fire
Well, you
bolt.
still have the guy that's right in front of you, too.
Oh, I thought that was the same guy that he would.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. He's supposed to be all the way up in the. I can't levitate him for realsies.
What?
That's why.
That's bullshit.
You need invisible towers. You need invisible things. Like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, those like yeah. All right. So you step back and do what now?
I'm just gonna throw a firebolt.
Okay. Just one.
Yeah, it's just
Yep.
one.
Go for it.
Oh, 29.
Yeah.
Did
That
any,
will do.
Uh, 21.
Ooh. Very nice. You strike him with the firebolt, and it penetrates right through his throat as he just kind of, and you see it singe his neck area as he just starts to kind of rotate backwards in the air. Just over and over, and he's just lifeless, just kind of floating there.
All right, and then as a bonus, I'm just gonna send my owl to help Barrow. Kid, help Barrow!
Oh shoot! I forgot about my Atari.
What? How far can they fly?
Like 80 feet.
No, 60.
Oh, 60.
It can get as far as Altera, but it cannot reach Barrow.
That's fine.
You can help Hadvar as well.
Yeah. Like, see it.
You can help Hadvar as well. He's close enough.
Okay, or Hadvar, whoever. Help them!
Help them. Very good. Victor Bean will drop his levitation, and that guy will plummet to the ground and thump. And he walks over behind the undead assailing you, Hadvar. And you see him like kind of peek in between and say, I got you, friend. And he just strums the banjo once, and you can see both of them just kind of like do this. They're both going to make saves. No. 18. 21 damage to the two undead.
Each?
Yeah. As you see them go, you see like little bits of brain kind of pop in both of them, and they both just crumple in front of you.
Fantastic.
And he turns over to Altera and says, get him, lass. You're doing well. And he'll play a little ditty and give her a little inspiration as she tries to kill the undead in front of her. Oops, that's a D12. Oh, come on. Natural 1. And a 3. God. Oh, bardic inspiration. Another 3. Does nothing. Altera swings her sword and does nothing. Hadvar, it is your turn.
May I see the field, please?
Yes.
All right. What am I looking at here?
You got Amora all the way back here. Whoop.
Yep.
You, Bean, Undead, Altera, Orc, Necromancer.
All right.
And then down here is Barrow and Scythe.
All right. How far is the two the undead near
30 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to run up to the one that I can.
Yep.
The orc. And
Oh yeah, the orc and the undead. You can get within 5 feet of both of them.
Yeah, I'm going to attack the orc.
Very good.
Ooh, that's a 32.
That hits. And this one is looking devastated still by your lightning bolt.
Fantastic, because that is 16 points of damage.
What are you doing? What are you hitting with?
Oh, sorry, with my Staff of Lightning.
Okay, so you take the staff and you feint with your shield as you plunge the staff forward and stab into the orc. You get straight into his sternum and you can feel it crack the bones. As you rip it out, you can see all of this blood kind of pour out as he crumples to the floor.
Fantastic. Turn to the zombie and make my second attack.
Yep. So you pull it back out and...
That's a 27.
That hits, yep.
And that is 19 points of damage.
This undead has not even been hit yet. What was it?
19.
19. As you strike into him and rip that out, you see the ichor kind of pull out onto the several lightning bolts at the end of your staff kind of drip off as you ready yourself. Bonus action?
Bonus action.
I am so sorry. Roll that with advantage. You are flanking this enemy.
Okay. Nope.
Okay.
That would have been a 1.
Oh.
And that's
Get it out of the way.
Go away. Go away, dice. As my bonus action, I'm going to do something that none of my compatriots have seen me do before.
Oh.
I am going to shoot as a bonus action. I'm going to expend a thing.
Yes.
And I am going to shoot 3 bolts of Eldritch Energy
Cool.
at the Necromancer.
Do it. As a bonus action?
As I'm expending a sorcery.
Oh, yeah. Dope.
Well, actually, that's 2 sorcery points, isn't it?
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Oh, wait. That's 1 at a time. Yeah, there are 3 bolts. So there's 3
bolts.
attacks.
Yep.
Three.
Three separate actual attacks.
Well, one of those is a natural 20.
Nice. Very nice.
Another one is a... What's my attack? Shoot, I don't ever attack. Plus 7. 22
Yep.
and 15.
Yes, that still hits.
All right, so I'm going to roll the... Is my Orcish Fury only on weapon attacks, or is it all attacks?
I don't know. You're the orc.
You're the orc.
No, you're the orc.
You don't say that.
Weapon attacks?
What?
I feel like it's weapon attacks.
That would make sense.
Melee weapon attack. Okay, that's fair.
Very good.
All right, so this is going to be the 20 that I'm rolling.
Yeah. Double it.
D10.
Double it.
That's going to be 14, 17 points of damage.
How?
That's going to not be 17 points of damage. I don't know why.
Should be an even number. Mandy caught this earlier when she thought I screwed up, but now it's like on my head. It's like,
oh no, because I have the charisma mod that I add.
So 17. Okay.
7 plus 7 is 14 plus 3, 17.
17. Yeah, we're good.
All right, now here's the next one. That is a 10 plus 3, so 13 max damage.
Okay.
And that is a 4 plus 3, 7.
Yeah. he's gone. But you strike the orc, rip it out. You strike the undead, you rip it out, and you're about to hit with your shield, and you stop, and you put your hand out that has the symbol of Orcus on it, and you see green eldritch energy start forming around your forearm and pulse out of your palm where the symbol of Orcus is, and strike 3 times, boom, 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 right into this undead's chest. And you see him just be rattled by it completely and crumple.
Wait, the undead?
Yeah.
That was at the Necromancer.
That makes a big difference. So it was 17. Shoot. I'm so sorry. What were those numbers again?
17, 13, 7.
17, 13. Wow. Literally just enough. Wow. Like on the number. That's beautiful. Well, the same thing happens. Boom, boom, boom. Out of your hand and arcs over Altira straight into this necromancer as you see him strike against the stone wall and you see him and he starts to shrivel and crumple as you see him try to reach out, but you're obviously way too far from him to be able to for him to grip onto you. He takes 10 steps forward, reaching for you as he's crumpling, and he just falls into nothing. That is your turn. Barrow. We have one undead and one untouched orc.
Okay. I'm going to hop onto Scythe
Yes.
and ride over to the orc.
25, 30, 35. 40 feet gets you just within melee.
All right, and
You
then
are
I'm gonna hop off and run around to flank.
Yep. Give me an acrobatics check.
Sure.
That good, huh? Is it higher than 10?
It's an 11.
Yep, you're fine. You're fine. This is something you guys do frequently. It's not a high DC. It's just a matter of if there's an accident.
You're running out of D20s.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to... Yeah. Same deal. I'm going to attack with Sword of Sharpness and the Storm Dagger.
Very good.
Sword of Sharpness.
We're almost done.
Wow. 16.
16 does not hit this orc.
Storm Dagger.
You literally just miss.
Okay. Storm Dagger. Natural 20.
Hey, that would have been nice on the Sword of Sharpness, but
It would have been very... I have been wanting to do that ever since I got that. Son of a bitch.
The Sword of Sharpness like removes limbs, doesn't it?
if you get a 20, yeah.
Oh.
Just straight up.
Yeah, so natural 20 for that. And what the hell? I'm going to take the extra attack with Sword of Sharpness, I guess. Try and get another natural 20.
Yeah.
That's cocked. That's close. I do have advantage, though, because we're flanked, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a 19. With
Yes, that hits.
So Sword of Sharpness. What is going on? 6 piercing damage.
Just 6? 6?
Yep.
6?
Yep.
Okay.
And Storm Dagger is 2, 3, so 10 total damage.
Okay.
One of that is lightning damage.
Okay.
Scythe is going to make a coordinated attack with his reaction.
Yep.
He sees me attack.
Yep.
That is 17.
That just hits.
Okay. And he's going to do 11 piercing
Okay.
damage.
More than your Sword of Sharpness. That makes sense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's incorrect. It was 4, 5, 6.
No. Hang on. 9 points of piercing damage because it's a preferred enemy,
Okay.
which I didn't do for Barrow, but I don't remember what the numbers were, so screw it.
6. You had 6 for Barrow. You had 6 and 10.
So you would add 4 more points if that does anything. For Scythe, though, you need to make a strength saving throw.
15.
No, he's fine. And then Scythe is going to make his attack.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Hey.
And so that is 20 points of piercing damage, and he has to make another saving throw.
It won't have to, as you plunge your weapons into him. It gives Scythe the opportunity to bite into his spine and chomp twice and rip backwards as he severs the spine at the pelvis, separating from the tailbone and tossing him to the ground. The orc is dead. There is one last undead.
We've done this before. This particular thing.
This is nice. I like this. The undead is just going to use an ability that I've given him, and he's going to try and grab you, Hadvar. Nope. I guess it's a grapple check, so I need you to make a strength contest with it. Well,
Okay, sure.
I'm trying to think here. This is a bad idea. All right. Yeah, just go ahead. He got a 16. I just gotta hope that you get a 1 or something.
So, am I using my athletics?
Yeah.
23.
All right. Oh, he's gonna use the second attack to try and do it again. Hey, I got a 22 that time. That's better. All right.
Okay.
37.
And that's a 25.
All right. So he tries to grab you, and you see him shrivel up as well, and he just kind of crumples in front of you.
Without taking any damage?
Without taking damage. They need to make an attack for that. The undead.
Wait. So,
He sacrificed himself.
So they can do that at will, I gather, from what I just saw.
Looks that way.
They're like electrodes from the Pokemon realm. They self-destruct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I meant like the actual scientific electrode. I'm like, I don't know.
Obviously, I'm talking about Pokemon.
So you guys clear out this hallway. You are able to move forward towards the door, and you see that it is shut and locked.
Oh, well, I guess
You want to
can't get in.
We get there,
I'll go home.
and we're gonna stop there, and we will enter the throne room next time. If you guys can figure out a way in.
Are there words written above it?
They are, but they're written in Dwarven.
None of us speak Dwarven.
Nope.
Does?
Well,
We'll translate that for you next time.
No,
Hey, question. I know we haven't been getting.
I just said Bello,
Oh,
right? Speak friend and enter.
yeah, the doors part.
So, I know we haven't gotten any spell slots back, but was Amora getting her sorcery points back?
I didn't use them the last time.
Mm.
So I'm
No,
trying
she won't.
now that I know that my slots are not coming back, I'm trying to use that stuff sparingly.
Yeah.
Well, after seeing what the necromancer did to Barrow, I really wanted to make sure he died fast.
Yeah. This is a good point. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't spoil anything.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
I think you need to push it again because we can still hear you.
So So we should definitely try to explore and see what there is in here. We should try to at least examine everything because maybe there are some special.
What?
They're getting another cat?
Jen, I cannot believe that you gave him that idea.
But I think we should look because Cadvar. No. Bad Kyle.
Okay. And we're back. You really took me for a loop, though. I was like, did they hear me?
No.
What?
No, because
Yeah,
Jen gives you ideas all the time. So that's
It was because it was out. You didn't miss a beat. Yeah, we can hear you. It was like, I see the icon up there. I'm like, wait a minute. All right. So you guys are at the doors. And above the
Did you hear me
doors.
say? Oh,
Huh?
Are we still going?
Yep, we're going to go for a little bit.
I want to
Okay.
at least take a look around because I wanted to see if just quickly, just examine to see if. I'm sorry for poking you.
I'm just going to narrate you through. I will let you know if there's anything of note in or around based on your passive perceptions. But Bean walks up and plays his banjo, and you hear a loud as the door kind of shutters and parts for you.
Yay!
He casts the knock spell and unlocked the door. You guys enter the space of the throne room, and as you enter the space, you can see the ceiling goes about twice as high. So the space itself is close to 100 feet up. As you look up at the ceiling, you can actually see that the room itself has been carved out of the mountain and left in most of its natural state, as there's a lot of stalactites hanging from the walls and the roof. The floor, though, has been marbled. It's still stone, but has been marbled, has been enchanted and cast to have this very mirrored surface. All of the tables are made out of solid marble as well. All of the chairs are made out of solid marble as well. Once you enter the space, the tables and chairs that are in front of you, there's 4 long tables, very similar to Hogwarts in the eating hall. I forget what it's called. But there's 4 long tables and chairs associated at each of them. At the far end of this room is a dais with 2 large thrones made out of gold and platinum lining. The chair, as you're looking at them on the right, has been toppled over and split in half. The chair in the left is seated a older dwarf that has a very gaunt and pale complexion. He is on the verge of sleep. You can see he looks weak in the chair, just kind of lolling his head back and forth. He has extremely fine gold, the same as his chair, platinum armor with gold lining. And he wears a platinum crown with 6 rubies in it. On a pedestal, when both of the thrones were standing, sits a large red stone. You can feel its power wash over you as you enter this room. It looks very similar to the blue stone, Hadvar, that you were seeking underwater. The room appears to be empty otherwise.
Can I use my How far away is it? How big is this room?
The room is about 100 feet high, maybe about 50 or so feet from side to side. And the walk up to him is, gosh, maybe 250 feet. It's a long haul down to him.
All right. I mean, I'm just gonna start walking slowly. I want to be looking out like.
You hear Altera whisper, "That's him. That's King. That's the King. That's King Eodin. That's King Battleborn."
I figured from the crown.
Well, I'd never seen him before.
So you.
Sorry, it's a lot to take in.
You've never seen him before.
Not in person. I've seen paintings and stuff, but
Does the crown look like it was depicted in paintings, or does this look different?
no, that's what he looks like. That's how people have always shown him.
Probably less.
He looked a lot healthier. Yeah, I don't know what's up. Let's.
Right. I'd like to look around. I would like to get a sense of like what's around us. Like I want to move.
You can roll a
slowly.
perception check. As you're doing that, the rest of this room, other than the tables, there's long columns that reach up to the ceiling that support a lot of what may be unstable mountainside to hold a lot of this up if there were any unstable parts. And they seem to be carved out of stone themselves, but also have that marbled surface to them.
You said that it looks, the floor and everything looks magically.
It looks like stone, but it has like a really nice mirror finish to it, almost like polished tile. But it's still the mountain. It's still stone.
Before we get too far, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to dump out the ball bearings in the doorway.
Sure. You cover the entire entrance exit with ball bearings. Mark those off then.
Yeah.
Can I send Atari forward too to look as well?
You
Like,
send
he's gonna,
Atari up and forward. What
like,
was your
up and
perception?
I'm also going to telepathically
18 for Atari and 6 for me.
Okay. You don't see anything. Atari sees someone crouched behind the throne. Like sitting with his back against the back of the throne, like hiding.
Is he hiding? Is he poised to... Does he look like he's...
He's just crouched, sitting on the ground with his back against the throne. Just sitting.
Guys, there's somebody else.
This humanoid, whatever it may be, has its hood up and a large cloak that covers its hands and face.
All right.
So I'm going to telepathically say to Amora and Hadvar, I can't be 100% sure, but I think that's the red jasper stone that Min told us about.
Do I know anything about what the red jasper stone does?
When you're what it does, not specifically. You just know it's one of the Tabaxi artifacts that were well regarded and given by the deities themselves.
Okay.
Would Hadvar know the history of what happened to Min's clan?
I believe so. Yeah, it was explained at some point in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That the stone was spirited away in some way, shape, or form, and the whole clan was found murdered with the stone missing. Whether it was spirited away or whether it was... Nobody knows what happened to it. Now that you guys see it here, you're going to assume it might have been taken?
So the stones were what keeping the Tabaxi protected?
Correct.
So what if whoever did this here somehow inversed the power, and instead of keeping people out, they're keeping people in?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's how that works or not, but
I'm not too familiar with these stones. I know they fetch a good price, but not something I typically tamper with.
So I'm gonna... I mean, if we've been walking forward about... I'd like to say if nothing hampers us by the time we get to like 180, maybe 80 feet
Okay.
away, I'd like to say, I know you're here. Reveal yourself. You, behind the throne. Show yourself.
You can make a persuasion check.
Can I sound intimidating instead?
You can sound intimidating, but you're still going to roll a persuasion.
That's a 10.
You see him. You don't see any movement, but you call out. You guys continue forward, or
I'm going to take my rifle out.
okay,
and just have it trained on the throne.
sure.
Well then, yeah, I'm.
After a period of time when there's no give or take, you hear a loud as you hear it stand up, and there was kind of this rattle to the voice as he did that. And as he turns the corner and pulls the hood back, you see a tabaxi with the same color palette that Min had. It is good to see friends at a time like this, yes?
Do we know you?
No. You do not know me, but it is only fair to assume you are friends, yes? You are here, willing to speak with us. And he puts his hand on the king's shoulder, like the back of the neck. And you just kind of like see him like shake the king a little bit. You see the king just kind of just groan. And he keeps his hand on the back of his neck.
Who are you?
I think we are past knowing names. Just know that I serve a higher purpose at a time such as these.
And by higher purpose, you mean Orcus?
You are familiar, I see.
You know, it's not going to pan out well for you in the end.
People keep trying to tell me this, but Orcus has promised me much. I think it is well worth the risk.
Orcus's promises aren't going to come through. I know a few people who were promised a few things by Orcus.
Ah, yes, but these people do not have such power. And you see him kind of pull his hand out, and you see just a trace of red aura leave the stone and just go like into the palm of his hand. You see him like kind of play with this aura in between his fingers. It was almost too easy. They were sitting ducks, as they say, taking this stone. He promised me much if I could steal it. I brought it here. He promised me the entire kingdom. So far, it seems to be working out just fine.
So you betrayed your entire clan, your family.
It is a matter of survival of the fittest, so they say. My family does not mean much to me. In the next life, I will have all the family I desire.
Yeah, well, the next life is going to be pretty lonely for you.
It will be lonely sitting at the top. Yes, I suppose that is. And you see his mouth still moving, but it just goes silent as he starts like clapping his hands and shouting, and he points at you. And you see him, and he tries to cast a spell, and nothing happens because there's no vocal components. I need you guys to roll initiative, as the next thing that happens is a black spot sits at the lap of King Eoden Battleborn and drifts out about 60 feet, encompassing the entire 60-foot radius up on the dais in magical darkness. Please roll initiative.
Holy
Hadvar, what'd you get?
I got a 16.
Amora?
22.
Okay. Pharaoh?
12.
Gideon. Nope, this is part of the narration. You don't hear anything. You just see this magical darkness. Amora, what would you like to do? Is there anything that you'd like to accomplish?
I want to move. Let's see.
You're 80 feet away. Now, granted, the magical darkness spread 60 foot centered on him, so the magical darkness is only about 20 feet in front of you.
But I can't see him directly.
It's just this black darkness in a circle in front of you.
So I'm going to try to move around.
Yep, you have to climb over a couple tables, but you're able to move 30 or 60 feet, depending.
Can I see anything at 30 feet?
It's a circular encompassed area, so you move and it's just black in front of you.
It's a sphere of darkness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I miss.
Hadvar, is there anything you would like to do?
I guess
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to key in on where he's at and see if I can't toss an Eldritch Blast at him.
You can roll with disadvantage. Throw 3 attacks with disadvantage.
All right, so the first one.
Barrow, if there's anything that you want to do, think about it while he's rolling.
Holy shit! A natural 20 and an 18 plus 7,
What is-
so 25.
So your natural 20 would be a 27.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the 18 was plus 7, so 25 to hit.
Okay. And the third one?
No, that was the second one.
Okay.
Or the first. I'm sorry, that was the first one. At
Oh,
disadvantage.
I see.
Sorry, I just got excited about the 20.
Oh, so it's a 25. Right.
Yeah. That's a 10
Okay.
for the second one, and that is a 21 for the third one.
Okay. And you were aiming at the Tabaxi or the King?
The Tabaxi.
Okay. Roll damage for one of those, please.
Yeah,
One.
I don't know what I would have done.
Okay, 13.
Very good. Barrow?
I'm gonna jump on Scythe. Gonna ride up closer,
20 feet? Yep. You're at the edge of the darkness.
and I'm going to, while holding the rifle like this, I'm gonna grab my symbol of Palor, and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame where I saw the guy, the Tabaxi guy.
Okay, it doesn't hit anything.
Okay.
Okay. Back to the top of the order. Another 6 seconds elapse. I'm going to give you all one more action. Amora's first.
Going off bar, I'm going to try to throw a fire direction I saw the Tabaxi.
Sure. Roll with disadvantage, please.
25.
You say 25?
Yes. 25.
Yep, go ahead and roll damage.
And we can't hear anything in this area.
Nope.
We are making noises though.
You are making noises, and the crackling of the fire, before you hear any impact, just stops.
11.
Once it enters that silent area up near the throne.
11 points
Okay.
of damage. Now, does the sphere touch the walls?
No, it doesn't get. This room is so large it doesn't get close to the walls, but it does encompass that platform, that dais.
Okay, so I'm gonna move around to try to
Keep going around the circle.
Yeah.
Good. Hadvar?
How far? When we had that conversation about how close was I?
80 feet is what you told me.
Okay, all right. Shoot. I'm not usually one to not know what I want to do, but this is rough.
Do we get the impression that... So you said that the darkness, the magical darkness, started at the throne, not at the tabaxi?
And you saw frustration on his face. When he tried to cast a spell at you and nothing was happening, you could see a cause of concern on his face.
Huh. Okay. I'm going to use my action to dash and use all of my movement, and I'm going to start running towards the podium. So that's 60 feet into the darkness.
Like to where the dais was? You want to run towards the throne?
Yeah.
Okay, and you run 60 feet, correct?
Yes.
You run far enough where you start to slow down, you put your hand out, and you make contact with that dais. That's your turn, though.
Okay.
Barrow?
I believe that Hadvar had the same idea that Barrow did. And I'm going to ride Scythe up to the throne.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and reach out and see if I'm able to touch the king.
Well, it's up on a platform. So you run up to the dais. You're going to have to use your movement to get off of Scythe to be able to climb up onto the throne.
Even though I was closer. Because I moved up to the edge of the...
So Scythe moves 40 feet.
Right?
60 feet, right?
It's a 60-foot bubble.
I was at the edge of the darkness, so half of that is 30, right?
Yeah.
So if I move that... And it was centered right on him, right?
Yeah.
So I should be at the king.
It's a 60-foot radius, not diameter. You have to move 60 feet to get up. Oh, I see what you're saying, though. Because it's on him. Yeah, you'd still have to get off of Scythe to get up to the throne. You're able to do it. You just have to get off of Scythe. As long as you're comfortable doing that.
I'm going to have him dash.
To, like, jump up onto the dais? Yeah, I guess it's... Scythe is big enough that he can make the jump with you on. Make an athletics check for Scythe. Jen? I just didn't know where you were.
That is 13.
Yeah, he's able to go up, and you want to use your action to grab the king. Roll a grapple check.
That's, I'm using athletics, right?
Correct.
7.
You reach out, and you're able to grab a hold of cloth where you think it was. It's hard because it's just complete blackness right now. You're blind. But you ran into or Scythe was able to run into the stage. You guys were able to get on top. You move forward. You put your hand on the throne, and you're able to grab the king, and you feel a very frail dwarf underneath your fingers. And it's at that moment that the darkness fades. And as you're grabbing, you can hear your fingers rubbing against the cloth. And there's a crackling sound to your left, Barrow. Hadvar, you look up on the dais. Amora, you're walking around and you're able to look across the dais at the throne. You see Barrow grabbing the king. Barrow, as you look over, there's a tabaxi at your feet with a hole in its chest. The one that was speaking to you. Standing above him is a familiar face, however. As Minasara, standing there with the sword of Pelor out, but no longer the sword of Pelor, as the gold and white blade has now turned into a black center with a purple aura. She turns her face, and you can see half of it is missing, showing bone and muscle.
Shit.
And she has the red jasper stone in her other hand. She looks over at you, Barrow. Jen, can you come here? I need you. We're there. We're there. Your Barrow is actually up at the throne looking at you. You guys are about 10 feet away. You have the jasper stone in your hand. And what do you say to him?
Oh. Say, Barrow, you always were such a good judge of character.
And she crushes her other hand, and you see an orange portal behind her as she falls into it, and the portal slams shut. As she takes the jasper stone that she so desperately seeks and spirits it away once again. That's where we're going to end. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know who you were talking about because I've only ever heard her called Min before. So it actually I didn't catch up probably until
like I called her over.
I was like, why is he bringing Jen over here? Like, who is this person? And then that's when it hit me. I was like,
full name, yeah. Manasar of the Yavapai returns to the Red Jasper Stone and brings it back to her clan. The last and only living member, truly. Is she actually living, though? As she drops through one of the portals of Orcus, crushing one of the crystals, and stealing the stone that she was seeking all these years. Yay! No, this is not. You guys having fun? You guys not having fun? Yay! Yay! So good session.
Yeah, that was a deep cut, Jen. That was a deep freaking cut.
Yeah. He said that was a deep cut.
That was a character, Barrow.
Yeah. So this was written into the script like way back. As soon as she said she wanted to stop playing and focus on becoming a personal trainer, I asked her what her input would be and this and that, and I wrote this whole Battleborn arc before you guys even went to like half of the places that you went to.
So this is why you were so excited for us to get here.
So we've been sitting on this the whole time. So yeah, Minasra, it appears Min is now a servant of or with Orcus. She seemed to have her own personality. She seemed to be of sound mind, to whatever extent that is. And she stole the Red Jasper Stone, finally found.
Here, and I thought the roped character was Bean's old
buddy or old
Oh.
Nah, he's in the ocean somewhere.
Wow.
It's a good twist, I thought. I thought it was a lot of fun.
What a twist!
What a twist! So not only are you fighting Orcus, but now you have one very powerful enemy.
Awesome.
That knows much about all of you and has been tracking you for some time. I think the last time that there was any clue that she was around you was the direct interaction of trying to help you break out of Craghammer because she was there at the same time. So, well,
I'm like in shock right now.
I'm just thinking of the implications.
there's a lot. There's a lot that's still like behind the scenes that I have all fleshed out. That's all the details are everything worked the way it needs to, and it's still a part of a larger story. So yeah,
So now, okay, I do have this question.
sure.
Did she create Min to be an evil
No.
character from the
No,
get-go?
no.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Nope. But ultimately, her goal was to find the Red Jasper Stone, and over the course of getting roped into Ex Nobis and getting farther and farther away from her quest, she became more frustrated and eventually left to seek it on her own terms. And it seems that her own terms have roped her into fighting with Orcus instead of against him. I will say that she came up with that line, though, and I thought that was like,
It was.
Well,
Yeah.
if Barrow didn't have like the paranoia about him before,
yeah.
yeah,
You were always such a good. What was the? Oh, it was just so good. I was like, oh my gosh, don't actually say that. She's like, well,
That's a deep freaking cut because he's been so wrong about so many people.
and Min has always been on you about it. Be like, what is your problem? What is your problem? Min was always like, just stop, just stop, just stop. It was. I thought that moment was just like, just craziness. So
That's such
Yeah.
a deep cut. Oh, I'm
mean,
so angry.
a Hadvar, it's
Same
less of a, I guess, because he only known Min for like
a very short period of time in comparison.
yeah, but me, I'm just like this still.
Yeah. What do you
But
think, Andy?
I mean,
Pretty
I think
good.
the closest that Hadvar and Min was in the field after we killed the dragon. Min and I had like this
A
almost
nice moment.
moment, and then it just died. It was like, yeah, okay. Wait a minute.
It was never fostered, I guess. It was just one of those things that she had plans, she had an agenda, and it was just never focused on.
Question
Yeah.
about before she zipped away. Did she have anything around her neck? Like a necklace
A vial, yes.
that might have housed maybe
A soul.
something, a soul in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still has that. She still has everything. She still has that and more. Her character didn't stop growing because she wasn't with Ex Nobis.
Huh.
Yep. So she got a few.
Hadvar's scheming.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be time to go to that extra level. I don't know. Oh, speaking of what, you leveled up. So there's the good news. So all right, I gotta go. It's getting late. I gotta wake up early. But
oh my gosh, I'm not getting to sleep tonight.
Yeah, this was really good. This was really good. I'm quite angry, but I'm also very excited.
I feel like now I didn't watch Critical Role, but I watched the episode. I don't know. I don't watch it, but I know the one episode where the one dude who plays the Dragonborn,
yeah.
who cut off his own hand
Oh yeah.
and attached the Vecna hand.
Yeah, there's a vibe of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how.
The vibe of that.
Yeah.
Joe
Everybody-
Manganiello. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
So good session.
Yeah.
Level up. Let me know what you guys do with level 12. That will more than likely be your last level of this campaign.
Very well.
It's time to go to Wizardton, is what I'm saying. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So gather whatever forces you can here in Battleborn.
Damn.
You're not done in this city. There's still a lot of falling action to this story, to this arc. Do what you want in Battleborn. Get everything situated. I think the plan, Amora, was that you were going to contact Igaru and Izera, and they were going to pick up anyone at Battleborn along the way, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's what we were trying, but now
We'll get to that when we
Yeah.
get to that, but there's still much to do in Battleborn, but I think the next stop should be Wizardton.
I was gonna go get that Jasper Stone.
Where do you think she went?
Not like check in with Alvinar or
I might
That's
want
up
to
to
see
you.
what
I mean, you can make this campaign go for another year if you really wanted to.
Dorami,
I still
the tier. None of that we've seen.
Ooh, yeah, going to the tier would have been fun. That there's stuff that happens there.
do my side quest with my Behir.
Oh my gosh, you'll be here. Yeah. How about that? Forgot about that.